again and welcome back to another session of Commerce class with me, Suman Rathod. Students, when we talk about business, there are numerous transactions in a day. And with the growth of business, number of transactions also grows. So it becomes very difficult and bulky for a business to record all the transactions in one book of primary entry, that is journal. As such, journal is subdivided into subsidiary books to record all the transactions of similar nature at one place. The most commonly used subsidiary books maintained by a business are cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, and journal proper. Now, cash book is a book used to record transactions related to cash only. All the cash receipts are recorded on the debit side of the cash book and all the payments of cash are recorded on the credit side of the cash book. And there are basically four types of cash book. First is single column cash book, second is double column cash book, third is three column cash book, and fourth is petty cash book. Now, cash book is considered as both journal and ledger. So first, it is considered as a journal because transactions are recorded in it for the first time from the source document and then they are posted to their respective ledger accounts. And secondly, it is considered as a ledger account because it serves the purpose of cash account also. Or when a cash book is prepared or maintained by a business, cash account in ledger is not required to be maintained or prepared by the business. Now, as I said earlier, cash book is maintained just like a ledger account. All the receipts of cash will be recorded on the debit side of the cash book with the word to as prefix. And all the payments of cash will be recorded on the credit side of the cash book with the word by as prefix. And it will be balanced just like a ledger account. Now, there are some important points which should be remembered while maintaining a cash book. And the first point is, cash account is a real account. So the rule of real account, that is debit what comes in and credit what goes out, will be applied while recording transactions in cash book. And second, if there is an opening balance of cash is given in the question, then it will be recorded on the debit side of the cash book. And third, cash book will always show a debit balance, which means that the total of amount on the debit side should always be bigger or greater than the amount on the credit side, than the total of amount on the credit side. Okay? But in case of two-column cash book with a bank column on the credit side can have bigger or greater balance because of overdraft facilities provided by the bank. Now let's take few transactions to understand how a cash book is prepared, and in our coming videos we'll understand the case of GST also. But in our today's session, let's just start with single column cash book. And you can find the question in description box also. So let's start it. Enter the following transactions in Shyam's cash book and show the balance. So the first transaction is on March 1st, 2015. Balance of cash in hand is rupees 50,000. So date will be written here in the date column like 2015 March 1st. Now we are provided with the opening balance of cash in the question. And as I said earlier, if the opening balance of cash is given in the question, it will be recorded on the debit side. Like to balance BD with rupees 50,000. Right? Now the second transaction is on March 8th, purchase goods for cash from Sharma Enterprises for rupees 30,000. Now as it is a cash purchase, we are making payment as in cash and cash is going out of the business. So it will be recorded here in the cash book on the credit side. So let's just record it like 2015 March 8. And the transaction will be recorded as by purchases account with rupees 30,000 here on the credit side. As cash is going out of the business, we are making payment in cash. Next is on March 15, sold goods for rupees 5,000 to Ranjan. Now as it is a credit transaction and credit transactions are not recorded in the cash book, so we'll not make entry of this transaction in the cash book. Now let's move on to the next transaction. On March 20th, received commission rupees 2,000. Now as it is a cash transaction, cash is coming in the business, we are receiving cash. So it will be recorded here on the debit side like to commission on March 20th with rupees 2,000. Okay. Now the next transaction is same again on March 20th, paid commission rupees 1,500. Now again on the same date we are making payment of cash. Cash is going out of the business. So it will be recorded here on the credit side like buy commission with rupees 1,500 and the date is same March 20th. Okay. Now the next transaction is on March 28th paid to Krishna on account rupees 8,000. Now again we are making payment to a party. So cash is going out of the business. So it will be recorded in our cash book. So let's just record it like March 28th by Krishna, as we are making payment to Krishna. How much? It's rupees 8,000. So it will be recorded here on the credit side of the cash book. Now the next transaction is on March 31st paid salary to the office clerk rupees 3,000 and office rent rupees 1,500. So now again we are making payment in cash for salary and office rent, and as cash is going out of the business, so it will be recorded in the cash book on the credit side. So let's just record it like March 31st. First is by salary. How much? It's rupees 3,000. Okay. Then again on March 31st by office rent rupees 1,500. Okay. Now as we are done with all our transactions, so it's time to balance the cash book. And for balancing the cash book, we'll take the total of amount on the debit side and the total of amount on the credit side. Okay, so the total of amount on the debit side is rupees 52,000, right? And the total of amount on the credit side is rupees 44,000, right? Now to balance the cash book, we have to bring some additional amount here on the credit side as balancing figure. So we'll write it like by balance CD on March 31st. How much is needed? It's rupees 8,000. So we'll add rupees 8,000 here as balancing figure. Now you can see that it's 52,000 on both the sides. Okay. So now this balancing figure of rupees 8,000, which is the closing balance of cash book, will be considered as the opening balance for the next month. So we'll record it like here as to balance BD. Now this 8,000 rupees will be considered as opening balance for the next month, that is on 1st April here. Okay. So this is how we make single column cash book. That's all for today. Thanks for staying in tune and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you and goodbye for now.